In today's episode, I will be looking at the legal organ of the United Nations, that is, the International Court of Justice. This episode will follow the same pattern used in the previous episodes regarding the other United Nations organs. Before I go on with today's episode, please do like the video and share it with your friends and family members. If you like my work, please do consider subscribing to the channel, and hey, don't forget to press the notification bell to be notified about future uploads. So, let me start the journey to understand ICJ or International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice or ICJ is considered as the principal legal organ of the United Nations. It is the only organ in the United Nations with headquarters in the Peace Palace in The Hague, Netherlands, and not in New York. The functions of the ICJ is enshrined in the Chapter 6 of the United Nations Charter. ICJ has 15 members elected for a 9-year term. The voting is conducted in both the United Nations General Assembly and also United Nations Security Council. The candidate needs to win an absolute majority in both the chambers to be a member of the ICJ. The election process starts with the proposal of candidate by the member states to the Permanent Court of Arbitration, and subsequently each member is screened in detail and the candidates are selected. Another fun fact regarding the ICJ is that the 1/3 of its members resign after every 3 years. This is done to maintain the continuity and efficiency of the court. The president is the head of the ICJ. He is in charge of the affairs of the ICJ with reference to the cases and also other activities of ICJ. The president is elected by the members of the ICJ for 3 years. The current president of ICJ is Judge Abdul Kavi Ahmed Yusuf, and the Judge Shu Hanquin is the vice president of the same. The ICJ has two major functions. The first function is to resolve the disputes between states who are the parties to the Rome Statute. The second major function is to give advisory opinion on legal matters to United Nations agencies and other international agencies. These functions are divided into two: contentious cases and advisory proceedings. The contentious cases involve resolution of conflicts between the states, but the ICJ can only deal with disputes that are referred by the states to the ICJ. The second major function is in relation to the advisory proceedings. The advisory proceedings involve giving advice on legal matters to UN organs and other UN specialized agencies. This function is only applicable on the request of the agency. The fun fact is that the ICJ can give legal opinion on any matter to the United Nations General Assembly and United Nations Security Council, but can only be allowed to give opinion on the function in terms of other United Nations organs and agencies. The ICJ has three main chambers which adjudicate on specific cases. The three chambers are the Chamber of Summary Procedure, Chamber with reference to Article 26, Para 1, and also Chamber with reference to Article 26, Para 2. The Chamber of Summary Procedure is in charge of dealing with the business of the court and comprises of 7 judges including President and Vice President. The chamber, with reference to Article 26, Para 1, is in charge of cases related to labor and communication. The chamber, with reference to Article 26, Para 2, is in charge of dealing with interstate disputes. The first of the third chamber was in 1982 regarding the delimitation of maritime boundary in the Gulf of Maine area between Canada and the United States. The ICJ also has three committees that look into the daily functioning of the court. These committees are the Budgetary and Administrative Committee, Rules Committee, and Library Committee. So this is in shorts of the today's episode. All references used in the episode are in the description and also in the Instagram and Facebook pages Loga Chintagal. Please do follow these pages for the same. If you do follow these pages, you can write comments to me and also give feedback on the previous episodes I did. You can also suggest some topics which can be dealt which is related to international relations and international organization or international law, which can be dealt with, which can be looked at in the next coming episodes. You can also share these feedback and suggestions in the comments sections of the below this video. The next episode will be on the World Health Organization or WHO, which is one of the most controversial specialized agency of the United Nations. For that, please do subscribe to the channel and see you next time. Thank you.